Hi everyone, it's Mitch, and it is Wednesday, May the 9th, 2018, here with your free Facebook Live and YouTube Live picks. Of course, if you're watching this on sportschatplace.com and you're looking for dog of the day, just go to the upper right-hand corner. There's three straight lines. Click on that. There's like a menu that drops down of our recent videos. You can also go to our YouTube channel, hit this button right here, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'll get notified when we do the dog of the day every day. And of course, if you hit the bell in the upper corner, that's is what allows you to be notified on YouTube. A lot of information these days. Boy, it is they are not making it any easier. They want everybody to provide the content and do all that stuff, but let's make it as difficult as possible for you. Let's make it more and more tough. But of course, we don't care. We just keep trudging forward. We're here 365 days a year, normally at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Try and do it at 11 a.m. Of course, some days not possible, but do the best that we can to get it on time at 11 a.m. Of course, we have day baseball today. We have evening baseball. We got NBA basketball. So lots of stuff going on. No hockey today. Just doing a little bit of housekeeping. I do it every morning just to try and get this YouTube thing. They don't let you set it up before you start. You have to do it when it's over, or you can do it on the fly like I'm doing it now. I think this way it makes it easier for people to find us. I don't know if that's the case or not, but why take the risk? Of course, do 3 free picks every single day. So this thing froze. It makes me do it again. After we just went through it. Of course, 14 Major League Baseball games today. After yesterday's Twins-Cardinals, we discussed this all. You guys informed me. Usually when I travel, I'm going back and forth. I admit it, I'm a little disoriented with things. I just will continue to do the show, continue to do picks, continue to do all that stuff. Keep it going. But, of course, I have an early 3-pack over at sportschatexperts.com. And, of course, I have 6 baseball picks over at sportschatplace.com, Premium Plus, as well as a pick in tonight's NBA game. So my best bets are always my premium picks. Danny Dolphins can't quit his day job. Believe me, was there for a long time. You guys know I'm older. I know people call me an old man and stuff on YouTube, especially. Back when on my YouTube videos, I had to take commenting off. People were so mean. But we do YouTube chat during the live shows. But I'm older, so this happened for me later in life, after I turned 40. Anyways, we'll do at least 3 free picks today, just like we do every single day. We'll give everybody about 30 seconds more to join us, and then we'll start with the picks. Probably start with some early stuff and go from there. So we head back to Texas and Detroit. Bartolo Colon on the mound for the Rangers. Boy, it's some pretty amazing, right? But minus 142 against the Tigers, plus 132. Total set at 9.5. Texas minus 142, but yet 6-16 at home. The Tigers just 7-12 on the road. Me and Adam is a year younger than I am. But, Bartolo's pitched pretty well for the most part. But, Liriano's actually been the better pitcher here. I know that Miggy's out for the Tigers, but still, I like the Tigers in this spot. You guys know I like a big dog, and Tigers are hitting better. Liriano's pitching better. Tigers have better defense. I don't know. I'm going to take the Tigers here, plus 132. Don't love the game, but I certainly, you guys know, I love the price. So that'll be our first pick for today's show. Dodgers, Lil Ray says he's got Diamondbacks money line, Angels money line for today's pick. What do you guys think? Dodgers Diamondbacks is a premium pick, while the Angels Brewers, I believe, is the video pick. Oh shit. Freddie Richard just called the Diamondbacks a lock. I'm gonna go bet the Dodgers. Someone says lock. This is a good time to go the other way. Always. Not just sometimes. Always. Is lock equals death. But we should call it the lock of death. We should have a new pick. I'll do a new video pick. This is Mitch with today's lock of death. Oh man, that's funny. Here with my lock of death. Everyone says this is a lock. We know it's death. Let's go the other way. I'll take them. We'll do a poll. Today's lock of the day, and everyone can vote on the poll. And if we get over 100, I'll do the video. We'll call it the lock of death. Now I like lock. Sean Ford saying dreadlock, but I like lock of death. It's the lock of death. Oh man, I kind of like the D-backs there, but now that you said, oh man, oh man. Yep, I hate it with a passion. Lock. I used to have 2 videos that I did every single day. Back in the day, sliders were really common on websites, and I had a slider, and two of the slides, what could go wrong with the D-backs? I don't know. Maybe they give up a home run in the bottom of the 9th inning like they did yesterday. I had a slider, and in the slider, it used to have the dog of the day, and I used to also have the lock of the day. I used to do both, and that was back in the days when we only covered college football. So Oregon Ducks would be a lock of the day. They'd be playing, the early season games against Colorado and stuff. Anyways, we're here 365 days a year. We always have fun. I know you guys have a lot of choices when it comes to handicapping websites. I know you guys visit other ones. I'm just glad that we're part of the rotation. And, of course, I know you guys have other choices when it comes to live shows and YouTube shows and Facebook live shows and all that stuff. I'm glad we're part of that rotation. Not saying not to go to the other guys. Don't say any of that stuff. You guys do whatever the hell you want to do. But I'll be here 365 days a year, 7 days a week. As long as you guys keep tuning in, hitting that like button, subscribing on YouTube, all that kind of good stuff. Oh, so Shane Kelso is asking this question. Are all of the games on the consensus report? And the answer is no. It's every game that there's a consensus on. So there has to be at least 3 picks on the game for their three handicappers, at least three handicappers playing that same game in order for there to be a consensus. So like on Monday Night Football, it will always be on the consensus report. Like Monday Night Football, Super Bowl, playoff games, things like that. Not like every Major League Baseball game or every NBA game or every college basketball game. Not every game will it be a consensus on because there might not be that many cappers that have a side or total or money or in baseball a run line play and regular football or basketball a money line play. But I think the consensus is a great value. I think you get plenty of picks on there, but there's not picks where there's not. If the game doesn't have any picks, it's not on the consensus report, and there's never a guarantee. I did not have the Royals last night. I didn't have that game. Okay. Yeah. A guy whose name I can't say here. His name's Rich. Basically, he's saying both Boston teams are a lock, but actually in that game, I'm going to go with the Yankees as my second pick today. I know I generally, wow, the line really dropped on this thing. Wow, I would have given that out as a premium, to be honest with you, at that price. Tanaka was way, way, way bigger price than that this morning. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go in and put it as a premium pick. So I'm going to give you guys a premium pick here. I'm going to give out the Yankees. I love Tanaka in this one. Tanaka's been pitching well his last couple of starts, and he absolutely owns the Red Sox. I mean, owns. There's, certain pitchers, they just dominate certain teams. We saw like Giancarlo Stanton last night. Obviously hits the Red Sox well. There's no due. It's Scott Perry. He's due. No one's ever due in sports. That is never, ever, ever the case. It's never the case. Due is not a real thing. What the reality of it is that Masahiro Tanaka against the Boston Red Sox is pretty much money at home is what it is. He was shelled by them earlier this season at Boston, but when you look at his home starts against the Red Sox, he's been money. No, he's due. I love that. He's due. I have a funny story. Well, our second pick of the day is going to be the Yankees. But here's my favorite thing. So in Vegas, there's this really crappy casino called the Silver Sevens, and of course it's crappy, but I go there. Right? They have a craps table. I go, right? It's on the way. If I'm there, if I happen to, whatever Craig will say to me, hey, let's stop at Silver Sevens. I always say yes, right? We always stop there, but it's like I always get killed at Silver Sevens. It's one of those places where I always get clobbered. I don't know why. One time I hit on the video poker. I put in $20 into a video poker machine there, dollar video poker, true story. Second one, I missed the royal flush by one card. The next one, I hit the royal flush. So I hit the royal flush there on the video poker machine, dollar video poker, for 10 grand. But I have not won there since. So I told them that they need to have, they always say, come on in when you're there. And there's never anyone like at the craps table or any of the tables. I said, you guys need to have shirts made that say, come on in, because they always say, come on in. And I said, on the back, and then it says, come on in, you're due. They should have the signs printed up. Come on in, you're due. It's like, no one is ever due, man. No one is ever due. It's like, come on in, you're due. The dealers, they love that. It's just like when I use my card, like you ever go to the grocery store and you have to like punch your number in, for the card, or you give them the card and all of a sudden they say, "You saved $6." I always say the same thing to it could be a young kid, it could be some old lady. I don't care. I always say the same thing when they say, "You saved," and that is, I'm spending all mine on drugs and hookers. They never see it coming. They love it. Brian Bitler says he's due. I'm due also. Just don't know what I'm due for. I go to the Grand. I was at the Grand 2 days ago. I go to the Grand all the time. 5 times odds craps. Might be familiar with it. They'll validate. They have great valet parking, and they'll validate if you play at the craps table. So, yeah, I might be somewhat familiar with the Grand. Also, the Pizza Rock across the street. I might have been there a couple times. Gene works across the street. Next time we're in Vegas, we'll have to hook up with the Grand and play some craps. Or if you don't play craps, we'll just go over to Fremont and have a donut. I love it. I don't know why I always go to the Dunkin' Donuts at the Fremont too. But I'm in Vegas all the time. I'm not there during the summer, so I probably won't be there. Except this year in July, I'm back and forth on the World Series. We're playing the World Series. I haven't played poker in a very long time, so if you're sitting at my table at the World Series, I'm the fish this time around. But I played like 2 years ago over at the Bellagio. I probably haven't played poker in 8-9 years. I played over at the Bellagio maybe about a year and a half ago, and I was thinking about playing in the World Series, so I went over to the Bellagio into not the big game, but like 2-5, no limit, and I played. There's several pros at the table. I cleaned their clocks pretty good, so I think I can hang, but I would say the odds are I'll be the fish at the table. I got no cards at that game when I played, but I did manage to do pretty well. I limited the beatings, and when I did have cards, I really cracked one guy good. This one guy, he had like just stacks of chips. He thought he was like, it's one of these. I hate that, where it's like they have to go back around the table and like see everybody's action, and then as each card, then they go like this. They point to the card, the flip, and then they try and remember, like try and figure out what I have. It's like, you have kings. I have 2-7. It's like, actually, it's like, you have kings. You have queens. You have jacks. You have jacks. I know that. That's your jack's face. Oh, man. Always a fun day here at Sports Chat Place. Let's get to another game. Anyone have any more locks? Whoa, the over is 11 at Wrigley Field today with Chen going up against Quintana. I like the over. I think it's going to be a long day at Wrigley. The wind must be blowing out with a day game with the total set at 11. This thing opened at 11.5. It's down to 11. I'm going to take the over. It has to be blowing. I'm taking a look at the weather report here. But it has to be blowing in Chicago today for us to see that kind of number. I know that Chen, his first start of the year, he pitched really well. His second start, not so well. Quintana, he's only pitched well against the Brewers. So he's not playing against the Brewers today. So we know he's going to give up a ton of runs. And then, Chen, I don't know. It seems the deeper he goes into games, the better he gets. The worse he gets. So I'm going to take the over in the Cubs-Marlins game. Yeah, that first inning of the KC-Baltimore game was nuts, right? That's crazy. Dylan Bundy got absolutely shelled. Oh, man. The lock of death. Let's give out a lock of death pick. Who does everybody like? Tell me your best bets. We'll go the other way. The lock of death. Oh man, it's my favorite. I know it's probably not that funny to those of you that are just joining in, or that don't know what we're talking about. So you got Houston, Atlanta, people locking in on. Scott Perry already, I thought his lock was the Diamondbacks. Rashad saying he likes the Pirates early, going with the Mariners late. King Al, Cubs under. Yeah, everyone likes that one. I gave out the over. Mets over. San Francisco, Indians, Carrasco. A lot of picks, so 76 is a lock, Celtics. All right, so our lock of death. Our lock of death looks like, I mean, of the ones that I see here, the one that I think is the lock of death is Houston. But I think the lock of death here is actually Atlanta. Kyle has 5 locks. I mean, I have no idea what that means. Corbin's the best pitcher in baseball right now. The numbers don't say that he is. I'm kind of thinking the Diamondbacks might be the lock of death. I like them too coming into this. All right. The Diamondbacks are our lock of death for today. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll figure out this lock of death. I'm interested. I think we can run with this. We'll do from now on, we'll do 3 free picks plus our lock of death. The lock of death. Someone came on here recently and they were like, this is a lock. And I was like, how are they a lock? And I gave the opposite side and it's like they lost like 10-1, their lock. Sean Ford is saying the lock is Atlanta. Freddie Richard gave out the lock. The Diamondbacks. The lock of death. Have a great day, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm not sure what tomorrow's card is. Let me take a quick look. See if we got a full one. Thursday, usually travel day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 MLB tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys tomorrow. That was a fun one.